All right, what's up, guys? It is Lane here with Brook Bets with Carson.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Big, great week for NFL. We lost on the UFC off of some bullshit, and we're coming back on. Came back with the NFL and cleaned up pretty good here. So I went undefeated on the weekend, which is pretty awesome because I think I 2 weeks ago I went all wrong. So it was a nice swing. If you listen to this podcast or whatever last week or these breakdowns, we picked the Ravens pregame. So if you bet that, you got that tip from us. Um, you had your bet here with the Jags, which just was pretty much unfortunate down the road. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I just thought I thought the Jags they go to London every year, so I just thought that their experience overseas would play a factor in this game, but it didn't seem to matter as Lawrence threw an interception to lose the game, and Olsen made a play down the stretch to win that game.
I mean, it's the same thing. The Jags, I bet on them against the Colts, and they're ahead the whole game. And then Trevor Lawrence throws an interception on the 1 yard line. That's what happened this week for the Broncos, or versus the Broncos, and kind of threw the game away. Um, Next game, I had the Titans minus 2.5. I just thought they would run the ball all over the Texans. Damian Pierce really didn't get any of his run game going, so it was pretty easy to find there. Um, Next, the Giants. I mean, I know we both made this bet, but yeah, you put this one on the sheet. I just technically I didn't go 100%, but you put it on the sheet, so uh, this was -1, but I would have played it anyway. Um, it was unfortunate for the Giants. I feel like they could have made better made better of their opportunities, but it was a sloppy game overall.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch this game as I was watching the 49ers game, but saw some highlights and looked like Tyler Lockett made a big play towards the end of the game.
Right. Yeah, and then you won on the 49ers versus the Rams.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. The 49ers will always beat the Rams in the regular season.
And then you had Vikings -1 in the first half.
Yeah, they tend to play well in the first half, and then teams kind of come back in the second half. So that's why I went Vikings in the first half. Cardinals also have been starting slow of late.
Correct. Then you had the Bears. They kept
Yeah,
themselves in the game for a little bit, but then it just got sloppy.
I
Obviously.
was I was hopeful. The offense played well though, but Thursday couldn't stop anything. When you're giving up 9 yards a carry for Tony Pollard, you're not gonna win any game.
Right. And then my parlay, Bills first half winner and the Eagles first half winner in both their games. Packers just haven't amounted to any offense. It didn't really make sense for them to lead this game at any point. And then Steelers, like, how is Kenny Pickett supposed to outplay one of the best defenses? And they cleared that one pretty easily, too. And then you had your final parlay.
Yeah, both these unders hit. I'm pretty sure both their regular unders hit as well. So if you played those straight up, that would have hit as well.
Bam. But yeah, that's comeback week. We came off 3 dumb weeks in a row. Um, Obviously, a good win back there. And kind of show you guys the stats here for uh, how spreads, money lines, and all this stuff has played out for us. Is kind of keeping track of those stats. But let's get into this week of NFL betting. First game, Eagles at the Texans. Eagles obviously just destroying the Steelers, and the Texans really just got their run game shut down. Damian Pierce had no influence. Davis Mills couldn't get anything going. Um, Obviously, it's going to be the Eagles who are going to pull away here, but oh shit, it's a question of how much.
Yeah. Um, I hate picking games like this where the spread's so wide, but I'll take the under here. Not expecting the Texans to put up many points.
Right, and the Eagles, it's a question of those final minutes in the game too. You might lose that spread on a field goal and garbage
Right.
time. So,
Yeah.
next one, get the Dolphins at the Bears. Obviously, the Bears putting up a decent amount of points for what they've done this season versus the Cowboys, which is a bit surprising. But when teams don't contain Justin Fields in the pocket, he can kind of run for 20 yards on third down and make kind of plays with his feet. The Dolphins obviously will be pretty explosive here, and the over 45 and a half is kind of the number to look at.
Yeah, I like that as well. The Bears have put up 31 points in the last average 31 points in the last couple of games, and they're going against the Cowboys and the Patriots, which they both have solid defenses. So I think the Bears can put up 20 something points here, and then the Bears losing Roquan and uh, Robert Quinn don't help their defense. So
Right.
I would expect the Dolphins to put up about that number as well.
Well, you might see Tua throw an underthrow pass, throw an interception, something that leads to points for the Bears as well. And when the Dolphins get down, they throw the ball the whole game. So you should expect that as well for an overhit. And you don't want to be giving up those small points again if Tua's me throwing turnovers or whatever's happening. So next one, get the Bills at the Jets here. Another tough game. My thoughts on this game and the number, I'm going to pick the under 47. The reasoning, the Bills will probably get up by probably 3 scores in the first half, and they'll take their foot off the gas, and the Jets won't be able to score. They'll probably get turn the ball over on fourth down. Zach Wilson will probably get out of the pocket, throw a dumb pick here or there. Under 47 makes sense for me.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Next one, Vikings at the Commanders. I'm just gonna. I'll be straight up. I like the money line here for the Vikings. I'm really surprised they're only -3.5 though. At the same time, I like the number on the money line. The Commanders, I don't think are going to be such a explosive offense here, and the Vikings should be able to score on their defense. So I like that money line.
Yep. I might be taking their first half this week, but we'll see closer to the game time what I like.
Right, they're rolling, my boys.
Commanders are rolling too. I'm pretty sure they've won 3 straight, beating the Bears, Packers, and last week.
Packers is a gimme game though.
Yeah.
Next one, we get the Packers at the Lions. Packers, once again, we already talked about them, can't really get their offense rolling. Lions, hit or miss type of team, can stay in games, and I like their +4 here. The Packers' defense hasn't looked great. It's a matter of, I guess, the Lions' running game versus the Packers' running game and kind of who wins that battle.
Yeah, for sure. The Lions' run D stinks, and the Lions' offensive run game is really good. So
And the
I would
Packers,
hope that run D sucks as well. Yeah, so
exactly.
I'd hope the Lions could keep this game close, but getting rid of TJ Hawkinson is a big loss. So
Yeah, hard to judge that one. Hard to tell how Goff will do in a lot of these divisional games too, but
the Lions tend to play the Packers usually well.
even with backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Next one, Panthers at the Bengals. Tough game to judge, especially for the Bengals. Joe Burrow's kind of hit or miss with this not very rebuilt offensive line. Jamar Chase being out, and they have 0 run game. It's kind of hard to get a grasp of what they're going to do here. So what's your number on this game? What's your pick?
I'll go Panthers +7.5. I just didn't like what I saw from the Bengals. Without Jamar Chase, they didn't look as explosive as they normally do. And Panthers have somewhat of a decent defense, so I hope that they can keep them in this game.
Right. Next one, Chargers at the Falcons. Chargers really can't pull away from any of these games. Like you said, Falcons have covered the spread on I think every game but the last
Last
two.
two, yeah,
But
correct.
they were the favorites in the last game. Every time they're plus on their spread, they've covered besides once. So um, they should keep this game close to the Falcons. It's again, it's kind of a matter of how the quarterbacks play out with Mariota and threw a pick early in the game last week. So we'll see.
Yeah, Falcons have been playing well recently, so I like what they've done. So I'll take them at 3.5.
I might need your intel for this next game. The Colts at the Patriots. I don't know if Sam Ellinger is gonna play this next one or Matt Ryan or how that's gonna work out.
I would
Um,
assume Ellinger. I haven't heard differently. So,
I gotta stick with the Patriots minus 5.5 then, because their run D seems to hold up pretty well. Um, it's hard to kind of judge the over and under because turnover plays could change things. Although I feel like Mac Jones is in a weird spot as a starter. He doesn't
yeah,
seem to be playing with any confidence, and I think that like was leading to him to playing worse. And I think he threw like a pick six in the last game, and it got turned over to roughing the passer. So something like that.
yeah, I'll probably be trying to cleat defenders in this game as well, like he did against the Bears. But
Right.
I, I don't think the Sam Ellinger will do enough to win. So I'll take the Patriots minus 5.5. Don't love it, but gotta make a play.
Roger. Next one, Raiders at the Jags. I mean, people always they thought probably going into this year the Raiders' offense was gonna be something. They're not really that much of anything, and they just got shut out by the Saints, who didn't look too well the week before against the Cardinals. So um, I'm thinking for this game, I don't know what I'm thinking. What are you thinking?
Yeah, dude, I don't know what I'm thinking either. I would lean the under 48.5, but that that could be dicey.
It's like the thing you told me earlier. It's like the Raiders' pass defense is so bad, but at the same time, you got to put your trust in Trevor Lawrence to try to score points if you're picking the over, and you also gotta expect the Raiders can do something, and they haven't really done much this season. So um,
They
I'd
just
guess
got shut out in their last game.
right,
I mean, they you would like that they would bounce back, but I'm not sure if they will.
right. Next game, we got the Seahawks at the Cardinals. Cardinals, I think the Vikings just kept them in the game a little bit, even though they kind of just got beat the whole game. Um, Seahawks +2 here is probably the best spot.
Yeah,
Seahawks are better
they've
than
been
people
on a
think
roll.
too.
Yeah, they. I'm pretty sure they lead their division. Uh,
I,
Weird to say. I think everyone
I
has
didn't
them
even think
as
about that.
the worst in their division.
Right.
Yeah, I like them to keep on rolling here. I like their run game's really good, and Geno Smith, he's been playing really well, and their defense has played well as well. So I like them at +2 here. So
Yeah, that big question for the Cardinals is always just how is D Hop involved? Is he going to get doubled? Is Kyler going to be able to throw away his little flicks out to him? Seems like he's just kind of his I don't know if I'd call it scapegoat, but somebody just to toss the ball up to when he needs
okay.
to. Um, Next game we got the Rams at the Bucks. Really bad matchup. This is going to be a horrible game. I can smell it. The Rams' offensive line is looking god awful, and the Buccaneers' defensive line should tear them apart. They have no run game. They're going to throw to Cooper Cup the whole time, and the Bucks should know that. On the other side, the Buccaneers don't have any offense, and they should get dominated by the Rams defense because Brady can't get anything going. I like under 42.5.
Yeah, you nailed it. This is a rematch of playoff game last year. Rams obviously won that game. Yeah, this matchup is kind of a toss-up who will win, but I do like the under 42.5 as well.
Yeah, until Brady and his until the Bucks or whoever starts putting points on the board, I'm gonna keep picking the under or against the Buccaneers. It's just kind of what I'm doing here.
Yeah, Rams didn't seem to put up many points this year as well.
Right. Next one we have the Titans at the Chiefs. Like you're trying to talk about with the Seahawks, people don't really see the Titans as that good of a team, but I didn't realize it myself. They're on a 5 game run, right? And
Yeah, they
um,
started 0-2 and they're 5-2 now.
I mean that's something to look at here. The Chiefs play they play a couple games every year where they get down on a team with a quick running start, and I think that depending on the quarterback that plays too, I'm not sure if Tannehill is going to be back for this one or how that's going to work. But just the run game should allow the Titans to open up their offense a little bit, maybe take a lead early in the game and stay in it with the Chiefs, in my eyes.
Yeah, quarterback will be probably the issue here for the Titans. I'm assuming that's why this line is so wide. Don't know if Willis or Tannehill is playing, but I think Derrick Henry can control at least some of this game to keep it close.
If Tannehill starts, you might see a late money line bet from me the day of. We'll see. Depends how much the line changes too. But uh, to polish it off, we got the Ravens at the Saints. Um, I like the Saints, and I'm gonna either say spread or money line. I'll click spread on here, but um, the Ravens' offense is completely overrated. Lamar's very hit or miss. He's very similar to Justin Fields in a lot of ways, where he'll hold on to the ball when he's got open options. And the Saints' offense does have some variability still in it. Taysom Hill's getting better on the offense, it seems like week by week. Um, and I think they're just going to play better. It depends how their defense plays too, but I like the plus 2.5. Otherwise, the under looks pretty good, to be honest, too.
Yeah, especially at home for the Saints too. They tend to play well at home. Um, I think that's why you see them as only a 2.5 dog here. So I think I like that line. I'll probably buy a half a point if I was given advice here, but
Yes, sir.
+3.
Well, these are all the picks and predictions for the NFL Week 9. Um, UFC betting video tomorrow. Hopefully, UFC 281 breakdown video Friday. And then hang out into the weekend and watch all the bets roll. So stay tuned to the Instagram Sunday morning for these bets. They'll be posted Sunday morning. And anything else from you?
You covered it all.
Peace.
Peace.